Suzanne, you're next. Hi.
Hi.
Tell us who you are, tell us about your business, and tell us how long you've been part of CABS.
My name is Suzanne Franchetti. I'm from Port Washington, New York on Long Island. The business is Franchetti Communications. The current URL is about to be taken down. It's jfci.com, and we're rebranding to franchetticommunications.com in celebration of our 35th anniversary in business.
Wow.
And as a company, we are a family-owned second-generation business doing corporate presentation skills and media training. So we get people ready for CNBC, CNN, major stockholder events of that sort. I was actually one of the presentation coaches at the Democratic National Convention in 2012.
Yeah, give her a hand. You're at the end of your second year in CABS.
Yes,
1 year in growth with a different business,
and I've continued on to leverage. And I did growth because I was starting a secondary business to our main brand, focusing on women in communications and leadership.
Yeah.
But our primary brand, Franchetti Communications, is a business that I think many people would envy in terms of the success I had coming into leverage.
Yes.
So many people would say, well, why did you join? Why did you need this? You're already
A
very
successful business to begin with, very.
We were already a seven-figure business, and with a tremendous reach all around the country and also globally. But my concern was, how do we continue the legacy?
Yeah.
And how do we make this successful for another 35 years?
Yeah.
So my sister and I actually joined together.
Yeah.
She couldn't be here today, but we joined the program together since we're both the second-generation component of the business. And we have done so much to get the business ready for its next 35-year span.
Yeah.
As I was talking to Jessica the other day, I was saying, in some ways, if you want to think of the analogy this way, imagine you had a nice house and it's painted beautifully and it looks good, but every once in a while you need a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah.
And we're not really even putting the fresh coat of paint on yet. What I've done this year is we primed.
Yeah. Tell us where you were in terms of how you and your business were, you within your business a year ago. Tell us about the travel, tell us about all that.
I spend, I'd say, 60% of my time on the road. I live on airplanes.
And you have 3 children.
And I have 3 children under the age of 10.
And how
I get that
your level of satisfaction around that on a scale of 1 to 10 a year ago?
I was completely burned out, tired. I'd have to say I was at a 1.
Yeah.
On a 1 to 10 scale. I love what I do. I love my clients. I love the work. But there are 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, and I was working 100 hours plus a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Suzanne, what's transpired? So you're part of leverage, and growth is about getting you to 6 figures, getting more clients, making more money, marketing. Leverage is when you've got plenty of clients, you're making good money, it's time to leverage your team, your systems, your technology, your scalable business models, your intellectual property, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's transpired this year as a result of you being in leverage?
And that's the priming we've done. It has been everything from building out, I never knew what an operations manual was before. We ran a business because we knew how to do what we did. But I put together and wrote a complete operations manual, and as a result of doing that, we're able to train within days a brand new assistant to fully support where we are today.
Yes.
We have transformed the way our back office, our bookkeeping is done, the website, which I'm really excited about. Just remember, franchetticommunications.com in about a month. It's awesome. But it's been done in a way that we learned through you around how to do it in a more, as you would call it, client-attractive way, and thinking about the different components that are going to be there. These are all things that are going to be in place for years.
Yeah.
And without them, if you put that next coat of paint, it's going to peel.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What, you come to the meetings 4 times a year. Derek and I are, the leverage meetings are small. You have both of us at the front of the room. What's that experience like, getting such direct access from us?
I'm the type of person where people invest in my business because they want to be with the best and really get to the next level, and I believe in the same for myself.
Yeah.
So when I was exposed to both of you, I said, first, I knew who Fabienne was from following on the website and online just a little bit, and then I learned about Derek, and I like both of you because you're yin and yang to each other.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. Yeah.
And for Fabienne, having the access to you, it's the yin to my yang.
Yes.
Because I am not, and by the way, for those of you who are talking about the dancing in the back and all that stuff, Fabienne knows, I'm not the big woo person.
No. And I appreciate that about you, because what you're showing the people sitting in this room is that you don't have to be woo to be with us.
I spend a lot of time with investment bankers.
Yeah.
And I love them. They're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was an investment banker at one point. I just had to do a reality check and make sure there was no woo.
Crowd. But I believe in investing in myself and my business in the same way that I hope and expect people invest in themselves by hiring me. So I try to practice what I preach. And I very much believe in education and learning and doing better and having the access to the both of you, but also having access to people like Jessica and Shelley, who happen to be in my group, has been wonderful.
Yes.
Because, as others have said, I can reach out, I can send an email, I can post on our Facebook group at the live meetings and say, hey, I'm trying to figure out this thing, and we jump in.
Yeah.
Because what I don't know, someone else does, and vice versa. And we're there to help each other out in this journey.
Yeah. Someone is perhaps thinking about joining us in the Client Attraction Business School, and they've never invested in themselves like this before. And what would you say to them?
If you care about your business, and I'm going to say this for myself, if you also care about creating a better life, the work-life balance that I've been working so hard to create, this is something that will provide that foundation and support for you to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
See, I say, and you've said this before, I have 3 VIP clients, and they're 10 years old, 7 years old, and 7 years old. I can have all the clients in the world, I can make all the money I want, and I do well.
Yeah, yeah. I want to, you have reduced your travel, you've reduced your working, you've set up systems, operations, you brought on team.
Support.
We're taking support, we're taking your intellectual property.
You took a vacation.
You took
I took a vacation to a spa down the road from here for 5 days about a month ago.
Which had never...
I actually had to promise my wife before getting on the plane coming here that I wasn't going to put a down payment on the condo yet.
Because Suzanne and her family didn't take vacations together. That's how. You took vacations, you're working less, you've got systems and team. Your sister, for a part of the year, happily took some time off to be with her new child, and so things change. What happened to your income?
With all of that, our company income is up between 30 and 40% by year end.
Wow.
It's already a 7-figure business. You do the math, okay?
And can I add something?
Yeah.
And also, Suzanne, your client, I mean, you serve B2B. Your audience is corporate, and I know that oftentimes we get asked, but I'm not a coach. I'm not in a service-based industry. Your audience, I mean, it's corporate, it's investment bankers, and you've been able to take the website and the marketing and the team and just plug that in and look at the result. That's important.
Yeah, and I remember even having a conversation with you, Derek, before signing up for Leverage, saying, is it all coaches, or are there other B2B people in here? And you said, don't worry, you, Suzanne, there are other B2B, because I also wanted to make sure that I was getting what I needed.
Yep.
And there are other B2B
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And I can take what I've learned and apply it to
Exactly.
Yeah.
that community.
Plug and play.
Yes.
Give her a hand, everybody. Woo!